Hey guys, welcome back to another episode with Fado and
Joyce.
In this episode, we're going to talk about comfort versus success. So I have a quick story that I want to talk about, and I heard this story a few years back when I was just getting into the personal development lifestyle and looking to better myself. So I started to consume a lot of information on YouTube, reading a lot of books. And I think I heard this story by an author, famous author, I forgot his name, being interviewed, and he was talking about the difference between success and comfort. The story that he talked about was about his dog, oddly enough. And this was apparently like something to do with you cannot teach an old dog new tricks. So the story about his dog went like this. You have this old dog, right? Of course, he had it for a long time, so he started when it was young, right?
Okay.
When it was a small dog. And the dog became old. And this dog started having this spot where it sat every single day. And that spot was like a little corner in his house.
Yes.
And the spot was really comfortable. So over time, you know, like the wooden floors, they sag a little bit. So when they sag a little bit, you'll see like there are little nails that will protrude because the floor is sagging a little bit if it's stepped on or
For a long time.
for a long time. So this dog kept on going to this little corner because it was a nice, cozy, comfortable corner.
Yes.
And then over time, floor started to sag a little bit, and then there was a little nail that would protrude.
Yes.
And every time the dog would feel uncomfortable and it would start to moan and complain because it's sitting on the what?
The nail.
On the nail. So the author, who's the owner, noticed that. It's like, wait a minute, why is this dog, it keeps going to that spot and sitting on that nail over and over and over. Long story short, this owner discovered that the nail was causing an infection on the dog. Every time the dog went to sit down, it kept on getting what?
Poked.
Poked. It was hurting,
Yes.
but the dog got used to the hurt, the pain. Eventually that pain turned into an infection. So the owner had to take the dog to a vet to get checked out. And then the vet said, so what's causing this infection? So the owner had to explain, hey, this dog likes to go to sit in the corner, and in that corner there's a little nail, and then that corner keeps poking him, and the wound is getting infected. So the vet said, but wait a minute, why don't you just tell the dog to move? The owner said, I've tried that. I've created other spots that are safer for the dog to go hang out. And I've even put a doggy bed on different other corners so that the dog can go to those corners.
Yes.
But the dog was too comfortable in that corner.
Yes.
And he said, I cannot teach my old dog new tricks. Guess what happened to that dog eventually?
It died?
It got so infected, it couldn't walk, they had to put it down.
Wow.
And it died
That's sad.
because of that infection. That started with comfort. It was too comfortable. I say this to say this. I see a lot of similarities between how people behave,
Or human beings in
how human beings behave, even how I used to behave. I used to be so comfortable in a zone, but I didn't know that comfort was eventually going to affect me in a negative way.
We all do, even myself too, you know?
I think everybody struggles with that.
Yes.
But when I heard that story, I was like, wow, that's crazy. Because I didn't
want to move out of New York. Are you forgetting that?
yeah, that's a good point, right?
Because I was like,
Yeah.
we live in this neighborhood, everything is close by, you know, there's always action, you know, I never get bored.
You know
Why would I want to
everybody.
leave? I know everybody, you know, why would I want to leave this place? So,
That's a story of a lot of people.
yeah,
And I say this to say this.
yes.
I know it's a short, quick story, but I say this to say this. Sometimes you don't realize that you are that old dog
Yeah,
until somebody points it out to you.
right.
Or until you hear about a story like this.
Yes,
And you've also found,
yes,
even from people who schedule our calls
yes.
with us, they're older than us.
That's right.
Some of these people are old dogs. They think they can't learn new tricks.
Yeah.
But to you, I say, good luck. Right? Good luck to you if you don't want to learn new tricks. Because your fate is going to be worse than if you try and go out there and seek discomfort. I think a lot of people don't realize that being uncomfortable is where the success
is. That's why there's
from.
very few rich people, if you think about it.
And I've learned that people who are more successful than me,
yeah,
people who are richer than me,
yes,
they lean into discomfort.
Discomfort, they take high risks as well.
Yeah, so what does discomfort look like? Simple. Risking 10 grand to invest in that business that you've always wanted to get into. Doesn't matter what business it is.
That's right.
Right? Maybe you like to do hair, you like to do nails, you like to do lashes, you like to braid people's hair.
Right.
Why can't you invest some money into that business if you're really passionate about it? But most people are too comfortable clinging onto that cash. But guess what's going to happen? Your $10,000?
It's going to depreciate.
It's going to depreciate with inflation.
Yes.
That's that nail. You're right.
Right.
Inflation is that nail to your money that you're clinging onto.
Yes.
It's wild, man. I think turning point in my life when I started consuming information like that and that story.
Yes.
And I realized that now the things that I do, as soon as I see that it's going to be uncomfortable, part of me gets a little bit excited.
Yeah. Because out of that is something good.
Right?
Yes.
Like, oh man, this is going to be so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I know, like, I'm going to grow out of this. That's where the growth happens. Conclusion, don't be like that old dog. Force yourself to be uncomfortable.
Yes.
Force yourself to be in a position where you can grow and be successful.
In your business.
In your business. If you're ready to get started, if you're serious about the home care business in general, then I highly recommend you check out our course.
And also stay out of the comfort zone, doing things the old-fashioned way, or putting in your mind that, oh, I cannot do this, I'm not good with computers. No, nobody was born knowing all these things, but it's all about getting out of your comfort zone and learning new skills.
I'll tell you this, like, I get very uncomfortable every time I have to learn something new.
The same thing here.
I hate it.
It takes a lot.
So much. Like,
at least you're better than me.
Yeah. Like every time I buy a new piece of technology, or like whether it's a new camera, new mic, I just bought a new drone.
You see, the difference between you and me is that at least you push yourself, but me, I have to be pushed by you. So that's,
It's very uncomfortable.
Yeah, it is.
But once you break through that barrier, it's so sweet. It's so good.
Yes.
So I highly recommend you check out our course, How to Start and Grow a Non-Medical Home Care Agency. And we'll teach you how to do the marketing. And we'll do some of the marketing for you.
Yes.
And hand it over to you once you feel comfortable doing it.
Doing it yourself.
If you still have any questions, let's talk. Schedule time.
Schedule time.
Talk to you soon.
Take care.